So my first question for you today, Richard, is what age are you?
I am 50 years old.
So you are in the middle age phase according to Erickson, which is between 40 and 65. I have a couple more questions for you. What are the visible signs of aging that you have noticed that are happening at this time in your life? It's considered the middle age spread, which is when people get wrinkles and when people get spots and have different hair colors change. So during this period, what visible signs of aging have you noticed?
Well, I'm definitely getting the gray hair. I'm told I do have some wrinkles. I do notice that I'm not as agile in my older age or recover quite as fast.
Okay. And then the third question, does your family have any heart problems, cancer, hypertension, or diabetes? And are you aware of the signs and symptoms of these health problems?
I'm aware of the signs and health problems. My grandmother had diabetes. I actually had it when I was a little younger, but I have since been cleared of it. But it is running in the family.
And then question number 4, since entering this stage of life, have you noticed any cognitive or intellectual decline in how you make decisions or remember things? During this period, Erickson says this is when you either become absorbent or you start to move on to the next phase of life.
I have not noticed a decline. I have in others, but not in myself.
Or question number 5, how have your relationships changed with others since entering in this stage of life with your spouse, any significant others, your parents, or co-workers, neighbors, or your children?
Well, I mean, as my children are older now, so instead of, playing little games, they do a little more adult things, basketball and more, stuff like that. But
do you find time to spend with your wife now that you have your kids being older and you don't have to look after them as much?
We do. We actually, we get to go out a little more often alone for, dinner and stuff. We don't have to have, 2 or 3 with them. But
for question number 6, what is your career at this time? Are you comfortable and content with your career?
Well, actually, I have 2 things I do. I'm a branch manager for a distribution company that consumes most of my day. And then I'm actually a principal engineer who owns my own engineering firm, which I'm very happy with. I see that going further as I get older, actually.
And also, do you want to advance or change your career in the future?
What I'd like to do is get down to just be doing the engineering, expanding it, possibly bringing in, possibly some of my sons or son-in-law if he's interested, in providing for them.
What lifestyle choices have had a strong impact on your health status, such as exercise, habits, diets?
Well, the lack of exercise and the inadequate diet, i.e. watching the snacks and the carbs, does impact my, weight, and which actually can impact the diabetes that's in our family.
If you could change your choices from the past, what lifestyle choices would you have changed?
I don't know.
Maybe exercise
Yeah,
or something?
Yeah, I probably would have, maybe a more consistent exercise, maybe a little better on the diet.
And my final question, do you predict you will or have you felt like you have experienced a midlife crisis? Erickson believes that this time you have a midlife crisis where you wonder what's going to look towards the future. How would you think your answers would compare to a typical development for a middle-aged person?
I don't believe I've had a midlife crisis yet. I still have a 10-year-old son, so I cannot be too old. So I don't not experience the crisis. I'm not sure what that crisis will be when it comes. I've seen others, make purchases and things of, toys and things like that. I've seen others, go on vacations more and stuff. So we'll see what the blend becomes.
Well, thank you for participating in this interview.
You're welcome.